Hello friends, how you doing? So, coming at you with an episode where we're going to be discussing drawing a line in the sand. And so, as I'm sitting here wearing a t-shirt that says kill sin, right? Die to yourself, die to your flesh, kill the sin that's in your life, and live according to God, Super paraphrasing what that says. But this world is getting more polarized. More and more polarized. And, some will say, you're being manipulated to be more polarized. You are, there are people that want to see you fight. There are people that want to see you, be more divided, which is probably true. The powers that be, whoever they be. But what I'm talking about is this polarization is becoming more concrete. Things that used to be called good are starting to be called evil. Things that were unmistakably evil are being touted as good. And so, where are God's chosen people? The one that walks in His ways and in His commandments. Choose today who you will serve. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you need to seek God's face. Not the idolatrous God that makes you feel comfortable, but the God who is. And so the point of this video is you need to establish what you stand for. More and more, there isn't a middle ground, because the middle ground is becoming more and more of the wrong side. And so I have to clearly define what I believe in and the lifestyle that I will live, because people are calling good evil and evil good. Let me give you an example. So, I was gifted, my family was gifted by a family member a Halloween decoration. It was a witch. The Wizard of Oz, Wicked Witch of the West, green, warty nose, all that stuff. And so it was like, hey, I have a surprise for you. Come outside, I want to show you. And on display, the person who had gifted this, good intentions in their heart, right? They gifted this because they love us and they like to give us things. And she said, hey, what do you think? I said, well, I don't like it. It reminds me of the Bible verse that says, do not suffer a witch to live. And I said, how about this? We'll go get a log, and we get an axe, and we have someone chopping the head off of the witch. And then we put the Bible verse, do not suffer a witch to live. Oh no, that would destroy it. That wouldn't be any good. I don't represent evil things. Am I telling you going out there and to kill witches? I'm not telling you that. But there's been a lot of things that have infiltrated our lifestyles that is wicked. This is the time of year people celebrate murder and death and destruction. The Bible will tell you the people who love death are the people who hate him. And I have to reject that. I have to reject this culture of death and destruction. I desire to serve the Most High. And you do it by the 2 greatest commandments. Love the Lord thy God with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength, and throw an extra word in there. And you do the same with your neighbor. Right? You love your neighbor as yourself. But I am not going to pretend like there aren't things in this world that are evil and I'm going to look the other way. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to set myself apart and set my family apart from this wicked system. And so, like 2 Corinthians 6 talks about 14, right? We're supposed to be called out from these wicked ways and these wicked people. We're supposed to bring ourselves out of that, right? In Revelation it says, come out of her, my people, right? Come out of this adulterous system. Yeah. Look into that. That's the stuff that's being called good, which is evil. We're being called to get out of this just lying, wickedness, idolatry. And people are doubling down. They're like, no, this is what we're for. I have to set myself apart from that. Some small ways, some large ways. I need to be recognized as against evil and for good. Guys, there is a transformation of hearts and minds right now. And a lot of this transformation has already happened, and you're seeing it in this generation that has forgotten about the Lord. Set yourself apart from the wicked ways of this world. And at this point, I'm preaching to myself because I'm disobedient with this. We need to come out of this world where these wicked ways are. 2 Corinthians 6, just read it. We're supposed to be holy as the Lord is holy. We need to set ourselves apart. Good people have done nothing for far too long, allowed themselves to be distracted in the search of wealth and comfort. While those with lying lips and a proud look, and those that shed innocent blood, have had their way. Just think about that. Proud look. I mean, that could be a metaphor about our cultural changes. Yeah, we have to love people. And good people, we have done a terrible job of not going out and we have not gone out and made disciples of others. We must go out and make disciples of others. And we must be set apart. Because if we say that we're God's chosen people and we don't do his will, we're liars. I believe it's Matthew 14, when Jesus is going to say to those who said, Lord, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name? Didn't we do this? Didn't we do that? And he'd be like, I never knew you, you worker of iniquity, you lawlessness. Where does your taxpayer money go? Does it go to communities? I'm preaching to myself right now. Does the money that you pay in property tax get funneled into programs that directly go against God's will? Mine is. Right now, mine is. I've seen the programs that my community is doing through government. This has got to stop. And I'm confessing to you that I need to come out. And I've dug a hole, and I've chained myself to a lot of stakes in the ground. And it's time to start digging. Time to start getting up and getting out. And I pray that a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years don't go by. And I look back at this and say, I knew what to do and I didn't do it. I love you guys. Go out there and love God. Take care of your family. Help out others. Treat others like you want to be treated. Position yourself today to be in a better situation tomorrow. Be well, guys.